If you're like most people, you probably think of Elon Musk as a genius inventor and business tycoon. But what you may not know is that he's also something of a mad scientist. In recent years, he's been behind some of the most incredible technological innovations, from electric cars to space rockets. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to see if Starlink is the Elon Musk best technology innovation. So far, the project is still in its early stages, but if it succeeds, it could change the way we live and work forever. So what do you think? Is Starlink Elon Musk's best technological innovation? The newest initiative from SpaceX, the most well-known aerospace corporation in the world, and one that Elon Musk started, is Starlink Internet. The plan calls for a network of beaming satellites to circle a whole planet. Anywhere in the globe will be able to access high-speed, low-latency internet thanks to the satellite network. In order to send high-speed internet signals back to satellite dishes on Earth, the initiative seeks to deploy as many satellites into orbit as necessary. The technology's distinctive selling feature is its capacity to reach even the most distant locations where conventional cable internet cannot. Elon Musk, the company's creator, said that the company's modest goal is to cover 3 to 4% of the world's most difficult-to-reach regions. If accomplished, meaning this goal might result in $30 to $50 billion in annual income for SpaceX. Over the next several years, the sum would be sufficient to pay for Starlink, Starship, and Elon Musk's plan to colonize Mars. Additionally, there are intentions to market the technology for use in military or scientific research. Starlink Internet was initially introduced by SpaceX in January 2015. The Federal Communications Commission soon granted the business permission to use non-geostationary satellites. SpaceX then went ahead and conducted 2 pilot tests in 2018 after obtaining the required licenses. Starlink would launch 18 satellite buses into orbit over the course of the next 2.5 years. They'd already launched 1,023 Starlink satellites to LEO as of February 2021. The most well-known 2 SpaceX rocket ships, the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy, were used to make the delivery. To meet its target of 12,000 operational satellites, the business intends to launch further satellites in 2021 and 2022. Starlink's beta test offers latency of 200 to 400 milliseconds and speeds of 50 to 150 Mbps. Over time, it is anticipated that these rates would rise dramatically. Within the next year, according to Musk's tweet, latency will drop to less than 20 milliseconds and speed will increase to 300 Mbps. For online gaming, downloading large files, and streaming 4K films, this is more than sufficient to equal the speed of a typical cable connection. If you often wonder what the perfect internet speed for lag-free online gaming is, you may want to check out this article for the die-hard gamers out there. As SpaceX reaches the 1,440 mark in terms of satellites in orbit, these rates should continue to rise. By the end of 2021, SpaceX ought to be able to put 12,000 satellites in orbit. Consider the following if you're wondering where these speeds fit within the spectrum. The typical DSL internet speed ranges from 5 Mbps to 2,100 Mbps. The speed of cable internet may range from 20 to 1,000 Mbps. When taking everything into account, the 300 Mbps speeds are barely faster than standard cable internet. By cable internet standards isn't very impressive, but by satellite internet standards, it is already a success. It is more than the typical 100 Mbps that most satellite systems can supply. One of the most costly, ambitious, and divisive initiatives to affect the tech sector in the last 10 years is Starlink. The initiative is still in its early stages, however. Before SpaceX can really claim that it has worldwide coverage, it may take a full 10 years. But if and when SpaceX accomplishes its objective, it may change the way things are in the world today. Physical and infrastructure-based obstacles to the internet would be eliminated by the changeover. Therefore, it may drastically alter the lives of the 40% of people worldwide who are still not linked to the digital world. The undertaking is anticipated to advance science and technology in a significant way. Additionally, it offers a giant step toward the fulfillment of human liberties. The future of the internet, as we now know it, will inevitably alter as a result of Starlink, and that is a very positive thing. But Elon Musk didn't end with Starlink. His list of technological breakthroughs is extensive, and Neuralink is one among them. Elon Musk's startup Neuralink published a video showing a monkey using its thoughts to play ping pong on April 9. Elon Musk tweeted in response that this futuristic technology may be tested on people before the end of the year. In response to a tweet from a user who said they were always open for clinical trials at Neuralink in February, Elon Musk said that the business was trying to make sure that the Neuralink could be tested on people safely by the end of 2021. If effective, it may be utilized to treat neurological conditions including Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. What is the neuroscience technology called Neuralink that so many people are raving about? What exactly is Neuralink? Neurosurgeons will use robotic surgery to put a device called Neuralink into the brain. The connection chipset is implanted in the skull during this process. It is linked to the electrodes used in the procedure via a number of shielded cables. Then, without having to touch it, this gadget may be used to control cell phones and computers. What invention is pushing the frontiers of neural engineering, and how does it operate? It is important to grasp the science of the human brain before attempting to understand how Neuralink works. Neurons in the brain communicate with muscle, nerve, gland, and other cell types, as well as other neurons to send and receive messages. The dendrite, soma cell body, and axon are the three components that make up each neuron. Every component of this has a distinct purpose. The signals are taken in by the dendrite. These impulses are processed by the soma. The signals are subsequently sent to the other cells through the axon. The synapses that link the neurons together release neurotransmitters. The passage of current through the neurons is then caused by the chemical compounds being delivered to the dendrite of another neuron cell. The electrodes that make up the Neuralink will be able to read electrical signals generated by various brain neurons. The output of the signals then takes the shape of a movement or action. The gadget is implanted directly into the brain, according to the company's website, since putting it outside the head would make it difficult to effectively identify the signals generated by the brain. Discover what Neuralink accomplishes now that you understand what it is and how it works. What does Neuralink do? Neuralink may be utilized to operate encephalopathy, as was already indicated. Additionally, it may serve as a link between the human brain and technology. This implies that paralyzed individuals may easily control their phones and computers using just their brains. Its major objective is to facilitate text and voice message communication. Neuralink may, of course, be used for more than just that. It can also be used to create artwork, capture images, and carry out other tasks. Tesla, owned by Elon Musk, has lately generated a lot of buzz in several industries. Musk's business has dabbled with a wide range of industries, from the concept of space travel to autos. People, however, are clamoring to learn all there is to know about the Tesla Pi phone, which is said to be Tesla's take on the contemporary smartphone. With Musk running the show, it seems sense that the next Tesla phone will compete with Apple's iPhones and Samsung flagship models. People's interest has reached new heights since the phone is said to be hitting the shops shortly. The Tesla Pi phone, which is Tesla's take on the smartphone, is scheduled for release in December 2022, according to a number of media sources. Although the details of the Tesla Pi phone are unofficial, we do have some theories. Let's look at the potential features of the Tesla phone. Display would have 458 pixel density, a 120 Hz refresh rate, and a 6.7-inch OLED display. The RAM would be 8 GB, storage capacity is 512 GB. A triple camera configuration with 50 MP on each lens will be used for the back camera system. The 40 MP lens for the selfie camera is planned. The only color option for the gadget will be black. The 240-gram Tesla Pi phone will be a powerful device. The phone's battery capacity might be 5,000 mAh. The processor's name is one important detail that is absent from this. According to certain rumors, Tesla could be using an internal CPU. Others claim that a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 CPU might be used by Tesla. In any case, the majority of sources predict the phone will have an octa-core CPU. There are many features in the Pi phone, and among them are: satellite internet will be available. SpaceX, whose CEO is Musk, recently unveiled and integrated Starlink, a satellite-based internet provider. According to certain rumors, Tesla may include Starlink services in the upcoming phone. The main problem with this, however, is the size of the antennas needed for such a service. Tesla would have a tough time incorporating this into a phone. They could at most make sure that the phone works with Starlink, where Starlink is already present. Even their automobiles could accommodate the antennas, which could subsequently be linked and utilized with the Pi phone. But at this time, it seems like this notion is a long way off. Another feature would be the ability to control Tesla cars. Tesla has already released an app that enables users to operate their Tesla cars on iPhones and Android devices. They may lock or unlock their automobile, start or stop the engine, and even call the car to their position with the aid of the app. To enable usage through additional external buttons, the app may be fully integrated with the phone's operating system. If the Tesla phone is introduced, we expect to see this much more credible function. For owners of Tesla cars, Tesla may even add some new functions to the app or software. Another feature of the Pi phone is cryptocurrency. Musk is an enthusiastic investor in Dogecoin and has previously spoken out about cryptocurrencies. According to some sources, the Tesla phone could have equipment that can mine cryptocurrencies. However, we think this is a reach given how much electricity is needed to mine cryptocurrencies. The specs of computers used for Bitcoin mining are entirely different from those we use today and are quite powerful. The Neuralink feature is another. Another business that Musk owns is Neuralink. In order to enable people to operate computers just by thinking about a specific activity, the business seeks to develop a seamless interface between computers and the human brain. We are already working on a Neuralink app that will let us control our phones, mice, and keyboards with our thoughts. In order to better integrate and emphasize the Neuralink app, a new approach might be used when adding it to the Tesla phone. The software is still being developed, however. Neuralink integration on phones isn't something we expect to see until at least the second half of 2023. Another aspect is astrophotography. Many of the newest smartphones on the market are attempting to improve their cameras so that they may provide some functionality that is comparable to DSLRs. Having said that, Musk already has a penchant for taking photos in space, largely via SpaceX. It is thus quite probable that the Tesla phone will be equipped with a set of cameras with excellent astrophotography capabilities. If this occurs, the price of the phone would likely increase significantly in comparison to its rivals. The cost of Tesla's planned Pi phone has not yet been disclosed. Expect to pay between $800 and $1,200 for the phone, even if it just has a couple of the aforementioned capabilities. It's clear that Elon Musk's best technological innovation is still up for debate. However, one thing's for sure: SpaceX has changed the game when it comes to space-based internet. With speeds that rival terrestrial connections and global coverage, Starlink has the potential to connect people in even the most remote corners of the world. Only time will tell if Starlink lives up to its potential, but for now, it's certainly an impressive feat of engineering. Thanks for watching.